Man, what a time it is to be Houston Rockets owner Leslie Alexander. Now, he's had the franchise for 24 years. He has been a part of some of the best players that Houston has ever seen coming to this franchise. Since he took over, he has the 5th best win percentage. I was shocked to hear this in all of the NBA. He drafted Yao Ming, an NBA Hall of Famer. He brought in Clyde Drexler, Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, Tracy McGrady. He signed James Harden away, along with many, many others that I'm probably missing that I can't think of. Right? Steve Francis is another one. He brought in really solid players, some Hall of Famers as well. But now after 24 years, he's putting his team on the market, and here's what I say to him. If I had a stogie, I'd smoke it for him. If I had a glass of champagne, I would toast to him. Because the foundation has been laid through the past few years in order to lead up to this moment where he bought the franchise 24 years ago for $85 million, and he's going to make well over $1 billion. And here is exactly where we start. In 2010, March of 2010, Michael Jordan bought the Bobcats. Horrible fucking name. Bought the Bobcats for $275 million. In August, the Golden State Warriors were sold for $450 million. Think about in the span of 7 years how much those franchises are worth, especially Golden State, my God. In 2012, Robert Pera, the very competitive owner/basketball player, bought Memphis, the Grizzlies, for $350 million. So now, we went back a little bit from Golden State, but we're going to continue to go up. In 2013, the Sacramento Kings were sold for $550 million. In April 2014, $535 million. In April 2014, Milwaukee was sold for $550 million. In August 2014, the racist Donald Sterling, who then couldn't really sell because his wife Shelley was through a court case given the team, sold to Steve Ballmer, former Microsoft CEO, for $2 billion. As of right now, Forbes is setting the valuation for the Houston Rockets at 1.65, and I don't see how possibly we do not go over that. The market was set with the Clippers. I understand that this is Houston. This is not LA. You're getting a little bit less of a market, but someone is going to overbuy for more than 1.65, and this is the perfect time for Leslie Alexander to do so because they're contending in the West. Are they going to win the West? Unless a few injuries happen with Golden State, probably not, but they certainly are a contender. They're the number 2 seed right now in the West. James Harden is in his prime, and you just locked him up for many, many years, so you're going to get the most out of that. You have a great return on investment, even if it's way too much money. In terms of selling seats, fanfare, and contending. They brought in Chris still in his prime and is going to be in his prime for the next few years, defensively, offensively, passing the ball, and also shooting from the mid-range. So a top point guard, a top shooting guard, and they are rumored to be getting Carmelo Anthony. This is the perfect time to be selling your franchise. Because aside from when they won the title with Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler and company, they haven't been this close since. They really have not. And with all these pieces in place, and with Houston booming right now, and Rockets fans coming and jumping on the bandwagon, and many people just wanting to be the antithesis of the Golden State Warriors and pulling for the Houston Rockets, it is the absolute perfect time to pull the trigger for Leslie Alexander. And man, the return on his own investment of putting $85 million into the team and getting well over $1 billion, well done, sir. Great timing, and I cannot wait to see who buys the team. Oh, speaking of, there are a few names that are in the running, and here they are. Tillman Fertitta is one of them. Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle, is another. But the dark horse candidates, and who I would love to see, is a 3-headed monster of Beyonce Knowles, repping H-Town, Jay-Z, her husband, obviously. And by the way, when he was the Brooklyn Nets partial owner, he owned like 1/15 of the team, and he was still the face of the franchise. So imagine what he could do, even if it is the smallest piece of ownership going to Houston. And then also their good friend, Barack Obama. Now, I know you're thinking, no, can't have a president. That's fine. By the way, look at Jeb Bush, who's buying into being a Miami Marlins owner along with Derek Jeter. So it can be done. Be bipartisan about this and just hope for the best for your franchise. Having that 3-headed monster for the Houston Rockets would bring so many fans there. And not only that, having Beyonce and Jay-Z as the main faces of the franchise would also do so much good for this team if Leslie Alexander were to sell to them. A pipe dream, but a good pipe dream at that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's continue the dialogue here. Get at me on Twitter, @Rick Strom, on Instagram, @RickyStrom, and subscribe to TYT Sports.